Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers!
Welcome to the Tyler Sagan episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. I'm Nathan. Sitting over here to my right is Miss Rachel Rooney Eden, and we have another legend joining us this week. He currently resides in Brooklyn, New York. Our Dutch king. Don't pay any attention to the king behind him. Formerly a tennis legend at Northern Highlands High School, where he was a doubles, where he was a doubles legend, and they had some legendary battles, him and his man. Forget his teammate's name, but that doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there at this moment in time. To talk about Wimbledon, Mr. Titus Woodekuypers.
Man, what an honor.
Thank you, Titus.
That was an electric intro, too. And shout out James Yoon, my doubles partner in Northern Highlands. But, yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Or otherwise, as you know, you have a nickname here without you knowing yet. It's Titus Tennis. Tennis Titus. That's
Tennis
what it is.
Titus.
Tennis Titus.
That's a pretty good one. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
so
also
it's Tennis Titus here.
T squared.
Yeah, there's also the tennis player named Tennis Sandgren, which is like the most insane name. So shout out Tennis Sandgren.
Shout out Tennis Sangren.
Yeah.
Where does tennis rank amongst your favorite sports, honestly?
I don't know. It's always been up there. Probably like it's probably number one, honestly. Like it's always been the
Really?
one that I played since I was like 5, and it's the best one to follow, man. Like you saw it in Wimbledon. That and soccer.
Crazy. I'm a tennis guy now. Have you watched Breakpoint on Netflix?
No, I haven't watched Breakpoint, but I saw there's like the new show on Amazon Prime. Have you seen that? About like Federer's last days. It's like his 12 last days. And it's sick.
No.
It looks awesome. But
His 12
Breakpoint
last
looks
days,
good,
like
too.
as a Breakpoint's sick. Breakpoint's sick. There's a bunch of tennis players I didn't even know existed until I watched that. Like I didn't know the owner of the Buffalo Bills' daughter is like the top U.S. woman.
Yeah. Crazy. And I think we talked about this actually when like Nadal is warming up before the finals and he's just doing like suicides in front of Casper Ruud, and it just like psychs him. Like the match was over before it even started. Yeah. Sick.
Wait, he was just like running back and forth?
Yeah. He like asked the guy how much time he had before they walked out, and he was like 30 seconds. And he's like, oh, perfect. And just banged out some suicides, like sprinting back and forth.
In the hallway.
Nuts.
Wait,
in the tunnel before they walked out.
Yeah.
What was your warm-up routine?
It's definitely not bad.
Wasn't spur of the moment suicides.
I think it was a lot of just like listening to 50 Cent in my car with James Yoon, the doubles partner, and then
Oh my God, was it Many Men?
It probably
What
was.
was
It
your
was
favorite,
probably
like,
all of
You're coming out
Get
to
Rich or
Candy
Die
Shop?
Trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can't, maybe. Yeah.
Oh my
But,
God, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a
And,
great way to warm up.
I was talking to Nate. I was getting him to Wimbledon this year. I was texting him before the Djokovic matches. So hopefully he's inspired now, man.
He
I'm
was,
inspired.
and I was honestly like I was confused. Like I thought it came from, when you decide to like watch something, we go all in on it. You know what I mean? It's like the newest
I get
obsession
addicted.
or whatever. But he did like Breakpoint, but you were watching it like you were watching tennis like an odd amount, and I was like, what is this influence? Like, I was like very confused because it was more than just I just watched this TV show amount. You know what I mean? I was like, where is this coming from? And he had told me that you two were conversing, and I was like, Tennis Titus is at it again. He's trying to convince him.
Getting Nate on the good team. Yeah. A tennis follower.
Oh, and
good guy.
What is the good team?
Just tennis followers, you know? It's a great sport.
Oh, on the good team, got it.
I think like Nate probably saw it like in that Nadal moment. Like one of the things I love about tennis is just like 1 versus 1. Like it's just mental aspect like crazy. And you know, you don't have the whole squad. I needed James Yoon. I'm not a singles guy. I wasn't built for it. But
so, I didn't know that was like a thing, like a difference. Like is there doubles players now and singles players when you do Wimbledon, or is it just singles?
No, they got singles and doubles. An American won in doubles. And Coco Gauff won doubles at French.
I thought Coco Gauff was singles.
She does both.
She does singles, right? Oh, so you can do both.
Mm-hmm. Like Venus and Serena would always compete together.
Oh, cute.
But
I didn't knew this.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They also have mixed doubles, which is a man and a woman on each team, right?
They do. I don't follow it too closely. I know Andy Murray was in it this year, though, in his final tour at Wimbledon. Yeah.
Really? I haven't heard that name since 1945.
Yeah, it was his last run at it, but good career.
No dice.
So Wimbledon just happened, right? So it just Carlos Alcaraz. I want to keep saying Alcatraz or whatever that prisoner's island is.
You're right.
Yeah, Alcatraz just won, right, against Novak Djokovic. I want to say, is it Djokovic? All these names, I really can't. Yeah. So against Novak Djokovic, who I wanted Novak to win.
Same.
I was like loving him. And it's a big deal. Like, and I only know about Wimbledon truly because when I used to work at Ralph Lauren, like they had a whole Wimbledon like style out, and like it would only be like you could only wear all white like situation. Like it was like everything had like the little Ralph Lauren crest, like because I think that they like supply like they. Do like style, like a lot of like either the players
like
or
all the officials and everything, everybody on the side. And, they all still wear Ralph Lauren.
So that's the only reason why I knew what it was beginning. But now, I mean, I like it. I'm here for it. So how are you feeling? How does Wimbledon like rank for you in terms of favorite tennis matches? Like is Wimbledon Super Bowl? Like what is it?
It's pretty much Super Bowl. It's like the coolest one, like the most historic tournament. Also, my mom used to have like the Kate Spade tennis balls from Wimbledon, so
oh my God,
I also know it through that. Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
No, it's sick. Like everyone's in there all whites. It's a ton of like pageantry and everything. And Alcaraz is 22 years old and just won back-to-back Wimbledon titles. It was insane. But against my guy too, Djokovic, who's 37 now, tore his meniscus like 6 weeks ago and still played, which is insane.
That's insane.
Yeah, great sport.
That was actually like the point in which I kind of turned and like my interest in this year's tournament really sparked when you told me how he was coming back from that meniscus injury, and you explained that like why he like being part of Wimbledon means more to him than any other tournament. Can you explain that? Because that is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, we talked about that too. Djokovic is from Serbia, and he like grew up during the Yugoslavian war, and there were like bombings every day, and he was in the shelter. And I think he only like picked up a tennis racket once or twice or something. And he was like 6 years old, and he told his mom that he was going to win Wimbledon. And she's like, all right, we don't even have any like courts around us. You know, like that's insane.
Right.
But I think his parents like quit their jobs at a pretty young age and like took out like loans so he could like travel and play. And yeah, I mean, he's won 7 Wimbledon since then, which is insane. But he tore his meniscus,
That
and
is
he
so
was saying
crazy.
like, I can't, like, I would let down like my 6-year-old self if I didn't play. So credit to him. I mean, he
How
made it to the
I'm
finals.
curious how he knew what Wimbledon was when he was like in literally the war zone.
Right? Or like that he
How do
even
you-
knew he liked tennis or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or that he didn't have any
Yeah.
talent or ability with it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But-
he mentioned
know.
it after the semifinal. He actually mentioned that story.
Yeah.
And in his on-court press interview, and he like mentioned the whole bunkers of it all, and how like imagining himself competing at Wimbledon was what drove him and got him through that time as a distraction.
Yeah.
It's just fascinating.
Yeah, it's sick. And he had a coach too that he always like still shouts out. He has the same name as his wife, Jelena or something, but like she kept telling him to like visualize things, and that's just what he did like throughout the whole war. And I don't know, man. Like Nate and I like talk about like the people that just like kind of dig deep mentally and how just like insane they are. Like they're dogs. And
That's crazy.
Djokovic is
Yeah.
one of those guys. Yeah.
Talk about taking manifestation to a whole new level. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you are really trying to visualize, like body, mind, and spirit it.
Yeah.
Well, like
Sick.
when you were growing up, like did you think the same thing? Like were you like, I'm gonna play at Wimbledon?
Me and James Yoon are
Like,
going
was
to
that
win
what you
the
were thinking?
Wimbledon doubles.
Yeah,
No,
doubles.
not at all. No, I was never like into it like that. But I like reading about it now and seeing it happen. You know, so
Is it weird like that? It's like you like when you were growing up. Like, did you ever want to be like a professional tennis player? Or you were just playing on the side?
I'm just playing on the side.
Well, on the side,
Definitely.
like for school.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
to give you
Always
context, Titus.
Yeah.
Titus, we walked
Yeah.
into the gym this morning,
Oh,
and the guy at the gym, we're like, "What's up, man?" I talk to him every morning, and he was just like, "Oh, nothing. Like Mbappe is getting announced right now." And with Real Madrid, I was like, I feel like they've had this announcement 6 times. Like, I feel like it's been announced like 1,000 times. And
Yeah.
like, whatever, like we have a conversation with the guy, and Rach and I are walking away, and she goes, "You think you could play for Real Madrid?" I was like, I haven't kicked a soccer ball in
Yeah.
like 20 years, but yeah, probably.
but I was like, oh, do you like if they offered it to you, like, would you take it? And he was like, yeah, I would take it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, if something like if I don't know if some volleyball team, you know, having played 1 year, if some volleyball team was like, hey, do you want to join? I would be like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna sit this one out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't. I wouldn't want to put myself in that situation. So yeah, there's a lot of context, I guess, behind that question of like, did you imagine yourself there? Like, would you want to go there? Like, would you want to
Yeah.
play there? Where would you want to play? Like,
I mean,
Thank you
the
for
answer
my
is absolutely
thoughts.
no. But Nate, did you ever think you were going to be a cornerback in the NFL or
of
wide
course
receiver?
he did. Look at this.
Yeah, of course.
Wide receiver for sure. Not a cornerback
Getting
because
close.
my first game starting. Yeah, seriously. My first game starting on a varsity my junior year, this dude went off for like 3 touchdowns on me when I was playing corner, so I knew that corner wasn't the position for me.
Did he celebrate it all too? Did he gloat it?
Oh yeah, he gloated it.
Yeah.
He went on to have a great career at UNH, so he was a D1 prospect. So that was my excuse.
Nothing you could do.
Got thrown into the
Nothing
fire
you could
there.
do. Yeah. Damn.
But back to Djokovic. Where does he rank
goat.
amongst like your favorite of all time? Because another surprising thing that you told me that I didn't know, because I always thought that he was beloved, and you kind of told me otherwise, that he really isn't. And it actually played itself out in this tournament where, I don't know if it was a quarterfinal, the round of 16, where the fans were actually booing him and actively cheering for the other guy. And in his post-match interview, he completely just called out the fans and everyone there, like, I heard you, like, don't cheer for me now, basically. Like you were saying, dog. But
Yeah.
long-winded way of asking, like, where does he rank in your Mount Rushmore?
I mean, number one, goat, dog. But like, I used to go to like the U.S.
Wow.
Open with my dad like every summer, and I just like just transparently, I just like don't love crowds of tennis fans because they're all like they're a little too loving of every like known player. Like if they know a name, they're gonna
Mm.
root for him, and it's like kind of corny to me.
Mm.
And I just saw
Yep.
like everyone rooting for Federer and Nadal, who I also love, both goats. But like, there's something weird about how much they loved them. And I just saw Djokovic, and no one was rooting for him because he like came onto the scene and like turned that bromance into a thruple. And it was just like, I like this guy. No one likes him. And it was just, I don't know, beast. So,
Oh my God, so you like the underdog.
I don't know if it's the
You
underdog
saw
or just
something.
like the
You
guy
saw
no
something
one
in
likes. I'm like a
yourself and
hipster
him
of,
or whatever.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, then no one likes me.
The hipster of tennis. Yeah, you're like,
Right,
nobody
right.
likes me. I
Right.
totally get with him.
I gotta root for this
Well,
guy.
that's like
Yeah.
like is he in the same oh my God, is he in the same like realm as Nick
Yeah.
Kyrgios? Is that how you say it?
Kyrgios?
Is he in the
Yeah.
same realm of Kyrgios? Is he in the same way of like people don't like him like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
and
totally new in the tennis
Kyrgios-
world. Like I truly
No,
have
that
no
was-
idea.
That was a great name to bring up because Kyrgios has been injured
you.
recently. And he did
Yes.
the whole Wimbledon tour with Djokovic, like as his like part of his team. Because Djokovic was probably like, yeah, no one likes this guy either. So
Oh my
Come on
God!
over.
All the
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
banding together.
So,
Literally,
I
they're
think
like,
you know
right,
tennis.
it's
Rachel.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God!
But,
Here I am, just knowing tennis like so much more.
Yeah.
So,
Nick Kyrgios,
so what does that mean?
yeah.
Like part of his team? Like, does he like he like what carries his rackets?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, well,
Do you
yeah.
know?
I guess so. It's just like part
Like,
of his
like-
camp. Like after the match, they like talk about it and stuff like that, like with the coaches. I don't really know, but I saw them hanging out a
Yeah.
whole lot. But
Love
Yeah.
that.
Wasn't Kyrgios also calling some matches for ESPN?
yeah, he was. He was out there with John McEnroe, I think, and a few
Yeah, what
other
a
people.
duo.
But yeah, sick. And Bob McEnroe,
you're-
his brother.
You ever watch Mr. Deeds?
No, I haven't seen.
You ever watch Mr. Deeds?
No, I have the same
No.
conversation with him literally every week.
Tell me about
Like
it, Nate.
I,
What do,
yeah, what do we have
Talk
to
to
watch?
I'm not going to do
Talk
it
to
justice,
me, Nate.
but John McEnroe has a cameo in Mr. Deeds, and it's
Yeah.
the best scene of the movie. So you just need to watch it because Adam Sandler and
Is he-
John McEnroe have a late night in New York City. It's tremendous. Every time I hear
yeah, it sounds pretty good.
every time that's how I found out about John McEnroe, and then I looked him up,
Mhm.
and I realized how much of a psychopath he is, and I loved
I
everything.
don't know who is
Psychopath.
this man. Who is this?
He was like the Nick Kyrgios of like tennis back in like the 90s. He was like a madman. He'd scream at the
He was-
refs.
Yeah, Rachel, he was like, he had like insane hair with a headband, and he was running around with like a wooden racket screaming at the refs, and it was like, dude,
Oh, I
what
love
are you
this
doing?
man. Like this
Yeah,
is the guy I
yeah,
would
he's
cheer
cool.
for. This is the
Yeah,
guy I would
yeah.
cheer for.
And then his brother Bob,
So,
who was
the
like
underdog.
not as good as tennis. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Right, right, just the absolute dog. Also, like the whole thing with Wimbledon too. They have not that this is like anything of substance at all, but they have like strawberries there. Do you know anything? I was like curious about these strawberries. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think like I have as much knowledge about the strawberries as you do. I know like the strawberries are part of it. I just like
Yeah, like they literally sell like
Strawberries.
pints of strawberries there. Like that's what you buy with like your drink. It's like strawberries. Like I'm like, what is
Yeah.
the relation to these strawberries? I was, I didn't know if anyone knew. Like maybe they're just like
Yeah.
in season. It's like a thing over there, but who knows? Paige Lorenz was eating them, and that's why I knew what it was. I was like, ooh, what are these Wimbledon branded strawberries all about? It's like Erewhon giving a run for its money over here.
yeah, it's probably
That would be a
something
great
that they
collab.
like. It was probably something that they like sold there when it started in like 1880, and they're just like, all right, strawberries is our thing. But I don't know. I wonder if they're good.
I'm sure they're delicious and amazing. They're probably unbelievable. I bet you could probably get them with like whipped cream or something, which would be even better. Like to eat on the court, yum, or whatever, like in the stands.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine that these players dogging these on the court?
Just eating strawberries.
Housing strawberries.
That's the most adorable
I think they'd be very
visual.
tennis, though.
Yeah.
That would be very, very tennis-ish. Right? Tennis coated or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. When Djokovic comes back from this knee injury completely and he's fully healed, do you expect him to be able to compete better with Alcaraz, or is Alcaraz just in a league of his own where he's just a completely different talent right now?
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of weird. Alcaraz is like a different breed right now because no one's ever been this successful like this early on. And like when you play a young guy who can like play for a long time, like the advantage you have is that like you have experience. Like Djokovic has done this a million times, but now like Alcaraz has a ton of experience and he's still only 22, and it's just like, how do you possibly stop that? So I don't know. Djokovic might squeeze a few more out, but Alcaraz might come for that like Grand Slam like record, which is nuts to say because he's only at 4.
Who is that? Who has that record? Do you know?
Come on, Nate. Novak.
I don't know. Novak has it?
Yeah. Do you want to take a
Novak
guess?
has it with 4. With 4. I overheard when Titus was saying it.
Alcaraz has 4.
Is that what you said? Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Let me guess.
He has 17.
Yeah.
No. So he has you said he has 7 just at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Does he have 17?
No, he has more than that. He has
guess,
31.
Thank you.
24.
Wow, I was very close. I was warmer than you were.
Please.
I said 4 at first, so. But
We'll have to get you guys to
Wimbledon
the
happens
US Open
every
this
year. Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes, I want to go. I want to get the melon thing, the honeydew, the honeydews. That's what I want to
wear
get the
my
drink.
like full
That's like the only thing I'm focused on.
Ralph Lauren fit. Yeah, it'll be adorable.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly. And
yeah.
it would be so cute. 100%. We'll be drinking our honeydews together. We have to go.
We'll have some strawberries, even though it's not even their thing. But yeah.
Exactly. We'll just bring it. BYOS. Bring your own strawberries here.
BYOS.
But did you see that also at Wimbledon when Kate Middleton came in, that the whole crowd got up, started clapping, like standing ovation for our girlie?
I saw it. So we were watching in the park with Katie and Dylan, friends of the program. Dumbo was doing a whole screening of Wimbledon. It was sick.
So amazing.
Sarah pointed Kate Middleton out, and I think I was like, I didn't have a good view, and I was like, I don't think that's Kate Middleton. So that's on me. But Sarah did point her out. And
wait, you didn't think it was her, like coming into the stands? Like, who did you think it was?
I don't know what I thought, Rachel. I was locked into Novak land.
When people are like, oh my god, like here's this lady, like we're gonna take like a video of her just walking down the steps, like look at her in her purple dress. Like,
yeah, like someone getting a standing ovation from the entire Wimbledon crowd. So that's my fault.
Literally, it would only be that way if I was on there.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was walking down those stairs, the cameraman would shoot that thing over. What's she doing walking down those stairs like that?
Match is delayed.
What's she doing shaking that thing walking down the stairs? That girl used to work at Ralph Lauren for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Is she eating strawberries? No, but like, so when I saw the video of Kate Middleton like coming down the stairs, like I don't know who dubbed it over with like that sad ass intense music. I'm literally streaming, like I'm crying.
She's
I'm
crying.
literally like.
Crying.
What's going on? Like, this is so sweet. Like, obviously, like, I knew what was going on, but, like, I'm just like, what a moment. Like, how amazing is that? She didn't even realize what was going on around her until she, like, literally looked around her and she was like, holy shit, everyone's, like, standing up for me. Give me a clap.
Yeah, that's crazy. Also, how many times has, like, she been in public in the past year or whatever? Like,
no, I think that's, like,
Second
one of
time.
her, like, for one of her first of a handful of times of appearances since and announcing that she was diagnosed with
Right.
cancer. So
Yeah, I think the first time was like at Easter,
Nice.
and then I think this is like.
yeah, I think everyone probably feels really fucking bad too. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. All the memes of like what's happening, like is Kate Middleton like in a cage somewhere, like, and that's why everyone's like giving. They're actually standing up because they're like, holy
Like,
shit,
is she a
can't believe she's actually
robot
here.
or whatever it was? Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
Is she AI generated right now?
Yeah.
Like, so.
She looked great.
Yeah, it was
too.
pretty amazing to
Shout
see.
out Kate
She
Middleton.
did. She looked
Yeah.
fabulous. Shout out
Yeah.
Kate Middleton.
And she presented the
Also
trophy.
a friend of the program.
Friend of the program.
Yeah,
I know
she
she's listening
presented
right
the
now.
trophy. She has to be.
I grew up in Middleton.
Yeah,
The town I grew up in it's called Middleton, so
Has-
basically we're related.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she hands out the trophy. Do we know why she hands out the
She's the
trophy?
princess.
Or just like because she just does it? Is it always that way? Like, was it always Kate Middleton? Like, not obviously always Kate Middleton, but do we know who it was before her?
Well, actually, during like Spain, England, I'm pretty sure it was Prince William who was handing out like the silver medals to the English players. So I don't know how they usually do it, but they were all over the map Sunday.
Man, it's kind of crazy. The English love tennis. Is this just like a thing, like growing up in like a
Yeah,
Dutch household that like you like love tennis?
yeah. My
Like,
dad
is your
played,
family?
like,
You have
growing
family
up, too.
ties.
Yeah, me and my dad
And
still
so,
play.
like, how, would
He
you guys
still got
ever
it.
double together?
No. It'd be a fun idea, but we always play like one-on-one. We still play to this day, and he's
Who has the
got
most
more
wins? You
stamina.
think?
That's a good question. We're pretty competitive, but we
Oh
don't
my
like,
God.
Yeah, we're both good.
You don't fucking tear your meniscus or whatever, like Novak. What is it? His meniscus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doctor.
exactly.
Thank
I
you.
would before my dad did. Yeah,
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. Perfect.
there you have
Well,
it.
you're wearing.
There you have it with Wimbledon.
Yeah, there's Wimbledon talk. You're wearing your Dutch soccer jersey, obviously.
Sure am.
However, the tournament that went on over here, Copa America, was a lot different than the Euros, as we also discussed offline. It was an absolute disgrace, if you ask me, to be honest with you. Between the size of the fields to like the not having overtime in the knockout stages to Uruguay going into the crowd to fight Colombian fans to apparently protect their families to the way what happened before the game in the final. It was an absolute gong show. I don't understand it, but
It's bad.
did you? It was bad, right?
Bad. I was like,
Do you? Go ahead.
we're supposed to host the World Cup in a couple years. And it's like, that's what we put together, Crazy.
Right.
It's kind of crazy, yeah, because that's what you keep saying too. Like, how are we ever going to host the World Cup when like they literally couldn't even handle fans in like the Miami Stadium? Like, how is this even going to happen?
Right.
Like, literally at all.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fields like look terrible. The field, the pitch or whatever that they play on, like all of them are like, first of all, so super tiny, and then they're like chewed the hell up. Like they don't look good at all. They don't know how to maintain it. It's not big enough. Like these players are probably like, oh my God, this is like a laughing stock over here. Like what are we doing playing here? Like they're probably like. They're probably not even giving all their effort either, you think, right?
No, they're definitely giving their effort, but yeah, it definitely takes a piece away. Like these players in these countries play in these tournaments because they're supposed to be elite tournaments. They're called major international tournaments. Like you don't go to a tournament and expect to play on a smaller field and artificial playing surfaces that are sod just placed on top of turf. Like that's not what you that's not what you play in these tournaments for. You expect legit.
Wait, they put sod on top of turf? I didn't
some
know
of the
that
fields,
they did
in
that.
some of the fields, yeah.
I thought they had to replace them all.
For World Cup they do, but for this tournament, like MetLife, they just put like a layer of sod on top of the turf.
It was
Wait,
bad.
what?
Also, the
That's
size
so
of the fields.
janky.
Yeah, it was ratchet. And like the size of the fields is apparently what the like English youth play on. Like a 12-year-old in England is playing on that size field, and
Yeah,
like
under
Nuts.
Under the age of 13, yep. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that obviously impacts the game itself because they only have so much room to play. Like, these are grown-ass men.
Right, and they're used to, like, kicking the ball, I'm sure, like, so far, like, moving it, like, right, so far. And then
spacing.
When you don't know how to do it, it's like you're all fucked up.
All fucked up.
Like, how, you can't, it's, like, harder, I feel like, to make it smaller than to make it bigger.
Yes, for sure.
Like, you're playing tighter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a lot more dangerous, too, they were saying.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot more dangerous, like a lot more physical. Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
100% because everyone's literally on top of one another, like, and they don't know how to, like, maneuver, I'm sure, like, to give themselves enough space, to give other players enough space. Like, it was, like, honestly, like, in watching some of the Copa America games, like, not a fan.
Yeah, Messi actually called it, I'm not a Messi guy, as we know. I hate Messi, but
joke.
He called it an embarrassment.
He did?
He called the tournament an embarrassment.
But, like, he plays in Miami, so.
But when he plays in the MLS, he only plays on legit grass fields, and the fields are regulation size. The only reason why the field was smaller is that there were certain venues, like SoFi Stadium, for example,
right,
that can't hold a field that size.
So only certain fields were smaller?
They were all smaller because they couldn't all be big.
Oh my God. So the Miami one, they couldn't even play to the full field size?
Because even though Miami could fit the full field, they still had to shrink it so that it was consistent throughout the tournament.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, that's an entirely different game plan then. Like, if you don't have, like, wingers spread out, or, like, you're doing an entirely different formation. And also, like, imagine telling Messi, like, yeah, we're not kicking off for another hour because we have no idea what's going on. Like, that's insane.
Right, exactly. Just to give context to that, before the final,
the last game.
The last game, Colombia versus Argentina in Miami.
Did Miami say that they were going to host the last game, or is it because Argentina Messi plays in Miami?
No, it was before the tournament even took place. Miami was going to host the final game. It's just like we know that MetLife's going to host the final for the World Cup.
Okay.
Thousands, and I mean thousands, of unticketed fans basically bum rushed the entrance, and basically caused a stampede, overwhelmed security, and forced their way in. There were even people that were snuck in somehow through the basement of the stadium and were sneaking in through, like, vents and everything. To the point, like Titus mentioned, that they had to delay the game an hour and a half because there was such a big, like, security concern that they had no choice but to delay the game. To the point where, like, players, like McAllister, he plays for Argentina, also plays for Liverpool. He left the locker room, went to one of the entrances that was, like, chaotic because his wife and kids were, like, in one of those things.
No
and, like,
way.
Like, in one of those piles, and he had to go out there to make sure they're okay and, like, get them safely inside the stadium. And then, like, when people enter the stadium, there were so many people in the stadium that didn't have tickets that, like, you would get to your seat and so it'd obviously be somebody there that didn't have a ticket, and you'd be like, yo, that's my seat, and they wouldn't move. They would go to security, and security was like, we're so overwhelmed, there's nothing we can do. So, like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
How can they have these games? Man. How can they have these games, like, everywhere else in the world and figure it out? And, like, here in America, we just don't, like, it doesn't register with us. We just don't get it.
Yeah. Also, did you see that, I think it was, like, 27 people got arrested for, like, disorderly conduct? And one of them was the president of Colombia football, like the governing body of football in Colombia.
Way.
And his son for fighting.
They're literally
cops
never coming back here.
Yeah, they were trying to get down to the field level, and I guess they just wouldn't let them down to the field level.
I wonder what's gonna happen, like, now moving into, like, the World Cup, because, like, that's just, like, so crazy. Like, you showed me, like, the video, and I was like, literally, it's like, it, like, looks like something that wouldn't happen here. Like, it literally looks like so insane that, like, I couldn't even imagine, like, People, well, like honestly, like some of the people were like being like very dramatic about it, but like obviously it was probably so crazy being pushed from all ends. But like the women like screaming and crying, like I just like honestly like I'm like, all right, like we need to chill out.
But
Like,
think about it. Think about it. The line started 2 hours before all the chaos happened.
Right.
You're in the Miami sun. Afternoon.
Yeah, I guess I'm not. I guess it was just like to me watching it. I'm like, oh my god, why are they crying?
It was hot as balls.
Yeah, I would have been crying too. I would have been crying too.
I would be crying.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
sure it probably was actually.
I would be
terrible.
crying. I would be crying
Yeah.
for sure. And now they're saying that
Yeah.
people that weren't able to get in that had tickets, they're trying to get refunds, and they don't know if they're going to be able to get refunds.
They're gonna have to give a refund.
Yeah.
Have to.
Could
That
you
sucks.
imagine?
The videos of them like climbing through the vents. Do you see that one?
No.
It was insane. Like, how did you even
So
get into that
crazy.
room? Yeah. Nuts.
Right.
You're like, how did you get into like the boiler room? You know what I mean? Like literally to like
yeah.
hoist yourself up on that thing to like climb into the physical vents. Like that just
Yeah.
like some Spy Kid shit. And like why
Yeah.
are we getting involved? Where are you going in the vent? Like that's like the thing is like, do you think you're gonna be able to watch the game? Like where are they going with the vents?
They're going to try to get to a place where they can watch the game.
But where does the vent lead you?
I wasn't
Yeah.
in the vent.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why are you
It
getting
must've
in the
been, like-
vent?
yeah.
Like,
There's probably just one like
Just,
really
like-
confident guy who's like, I know it. I know a shortcut, and it's like, all right, let's
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah,
80
he's
of
like,
us follow
it's always
him.
a guy
Yeah.
who knows a shortcut. It's always
Yeah.
a guy who knows a shortcut. He's
It
like,
always
I
is.
know this place like the back of my hand. Fucking
Yeah.
gets into the vents. The vents of the Miami
Hard
Stadium.
Rock Stadium. Yeah.
No, like, what
So
is
funny.
happening? Awful.
But
yeah,
it's like
Argentina won.
yeah. Of
No
course.
surprise. Rigged.
Stop. Yeah, exactly.
Rigged.
Always rigged when it's Argentina. But
What a send off from
it's like when we went.
and
He
Di
got
Maria.
hurt, dude. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, but it's like the perfect ending, you know. He raised those guys. And then
ridiculous.
they won him the trophy. Do you see his foot?
Ugh.
It was massive.
No.
Gross.
Swollen.
But yeah. He was like
Do you-
crying on the
What
bench.
do you think? If you were the president of who I don't know if it USA Soccer is going to be putting on or FIFA is probably
Yeah.
going to put it on, but if you were, what would you do to prevent this? Like I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like obviously we just don't have the infrastructure and security we can't even protect our own president. Never mind get people into a soccer stadium safely. So like what are we going to do here? How do we fix this?
I don't know. I think they just like have to. Like I don't think like this definitely didn't happen for like a Miami Dolphins game that just like 100,000 people show up without tickets and just sprint in. But I think like you just got to anticipate it next time. But like it's a hard ask. No idea.
It is kind of crazy that we've never even like heard of like something like this hasn't happened in so long. Like this hasn't happened at the Super Bowl or anything like
Right,
that.
that's what
Like
I'm
it's
saying,
just
like-
where if it's security, where was the security?
They were there so overwhelmed.
But like what like how it's just so confusing. Like how many people I'm just
Yeah,
lost.
But it's
like how many people came?
it's like when we went to go tour the stadium in Portugal, right?
Right?
And they had that little section on the top where,
Yeah.
where the opposing fans
Yeah.
would go, and like it was fenced off.
Yeah.
Like they might need to do that for the World Cup games, for certain
Yeah.
World Cup games.
Right,
where you're like,
right.
either like
Fencing
if
off
you're a
people.
neutral, you sit in this section. If you're supporting Team A, go over there. Supporting Team B, you have to get tickets for these sections, and like have them have separate entrances.
They're gonna need like more security than what happened because even like the players went into the stands and were fighting the fans. Like I just feel like Copa America was like a freaking mess.
It was nuts.
America is coping from coping from
Yeah.
Copa America.
Good one. Yeah.
They couldn't have picked a better name. Whatever Copa means.
Copa America?
I thought Copa was it means cup. The only thing I know what Copa is like an Italian deli meat. So Copa.
Good one too.
Like what the hell
What do
is
you
this
think
Copa?
about? What do you think about like the shortened time, like the no extra time in the games? My first thought as like a
I hate-
marketing advertising guy is like, that's such a waste of money too. Like that's like
Yep.
30 less minutes for every extra time game, which like there were a ton
Why
of them.
did they do that?
Stupid.
Like, get rid of it.
I think it was like
Do we
to
know?
prevent injuries. That's what they said. Was like it would like I don't know, prevent like
But then, like, you're not like
injuries
playing the
and
full game. It
tiredness.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like so weird. It's like, okay, so you're not playing like on the regulated like real course. You're not gonna have the extra time. Like it's like literally like a fake ass tournament.
It is like a fake ass tournament.
Like
Yeah.
it's a
So-
fake round. Like whoever
You're-
like Argentina who won shouldn't even be proud of it. They shouldn't even be proud.
I heard a conspiracy theory from my man Arduino.
Yeah.
My man Arduino is a big soccer guy. Okay, Titus, and he said it
Shout
was
out Arduino.
to help. Shout out Arduino, definitely listening.
Shout out first.
He was saying that it was to preserve Messi.
What does that mean?
It was to preserve Messi so that he wouldn't get hurt in extra time, or he's older so that like he wouldn't.
Well, he wound up getting hurt anyway, right?
Yeah, he did, but like basically so that if it goes to a PK, he'd be able to shoot in the PK and have his moment.
Oh my god, they
I was
are
gonna say,
so crazy.
Messi is a god at penalties too, and there is like an increased chance of penalties if there's no extra time. So we know
Exactly.
we can add that to the theory too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're adding that to
hate
the
it.
theory meter or whatever. That's crazy.
Right, but to your point, like
I mean, I fully believe it.
from an advertising and marketing standpoint, I didn't even think about that. That's ridiculous. Can you imagine
Yeah.
being like one of the the primary sponsors or like commercial purchasing companies? Like what? Like imagine receiving that news where it's just like there's literally 4 commercials that you miss, 4 rounds of
Yeah.
commercials.
Yeah, you miss the halftime of overtime and then a commercial break before penalties. Then yeah, it's 2 that you miss that are big ones.
Damn,
Stupid.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So stupid. It's just like why don't we use centimeter? Why don't we use the metric system?
Oh,
Same
we
thing.
can't get into this minutia. But so who are you rooting for in Copa America? Because as I learned, Copa America is just the Americas, southern and northern and central. Oh my god, I almost forgot about it. Like I forget about central New Jersey. And then Euros is European, like so that's like everyone else playing. So in Copa America of the Americas, who was your squad? Other than I guess the United States. Usados Unidos.
Brazil for Nate.
Hell yeah.
Colombia for my boy Sahil, and then Argentina for Messi. That's
Oh my god, you
Be my
literally
pick.
were like with the 3 biggest like you that's not even fair. Like one of them
I
was
choose
bound
winners.
to win.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, literally. Literally. You only pick the 3 that are gonna win.
3 favorite tennis players: Nadal, Federer, Djokovic.
Yeah.
3 favorite soccer
Right.
teams United States in Copa America.
It seems like
Brazil,
you're
Yeah.
Argentina.
Michael
every
Jordan,
sport that
LeBron
you
James. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like you literally love
Tatum.
every sport you watch because you only pick winners? Is that what's happening?
It makes it a lot more fun if you only pick the winners. But
100%.
I got them. I'm rocking the Netherlands jersey. We don't win anything, you know. So
So did they play in the Euros?
they did. They made it to the semis,
And then they got out.
and then they got out. Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost to England
lost
in
to
the
England.
semis.
Oh
Last
my
minute
god,
goal.
right? Because that just finished
Yeah.
up. That Spain won, right?
Yep.
So that would make you
Yeah.
that should make you feel happy because England lost after.
Yeah. But Spain beat the Netherlands in the World Cup final in 2010, so we still don't love them. One day.
Yeah, no, we don't love that. But maybe one day
Always-
the Netherlands will be up there.
Always a bridesmaid.
How is it?
Oh
bride.
my god. yeah. Oh
How's
my
the
God.
Dutch roster looking? Is it a younger roster? Is it an older roster? I mean, I know some names.
Where's the
Yeah.
bridesmaid? That's actually the best quote ever. That's the episode title, no lie.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dutch team's all right. We had like a period of being way too young and losing all the like OGs, but now they got some good guys like Cody Gakpo was on Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk. So, then also Liverpool guy. They had the easiest draw in the Euros. They played they play Romania. They shouldn't have
Easiest
made
route,
it to
but
the
hardest
semis. They
last
weren't
names
that
to
good.
pronounce.
Yeah.
They had the swaggiest, besides Ronaldo, they had the second swaggiest player in the whole tournament. Memphis
Depay's good. He only scored once though, but I did like the headband. He wore like a basketball headband. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Which you never
I used to rock
see
a
in
headband
soccer.
when I played soccer.
No, you
So
literally
fresh.
didn't, because I asked you this. I've asked you, like, oh, like, have you ever worn a headband or whatever? And you said no.
In
So
soccer,
don't
I didn't.
even.
In basketball, I didn't, but in
You
soccer,
are
I did.
such a
I'm not lying.
Yes,
I swear
you
to God.
literally
Indoor soccer, I would rock the headband. It was a Jordan headband.
This is. I
The
I
front
actually.
was
I'm
the-
gonna need to see a picture, photographic evidence of
I don't know
this.
if we have anything.
I've literally asked you this so many times, and like, you know, we've had this conversation, and you literally have said no every time, and now all of a sudden, conveniently, when did you
You
wear
asked me
it?
in basketball. You
Like,
said you went to high school
elementary
basketball.
Oh my god, you just said basketball. It's so crazy. Basketball. But when else would I be asking it for you? Like, oh, in specifics, did you ever wear it in basketball? No, I was saying, like, have you ever
Of course, I
worn?
wore a headband.
Oh my god, have you, Titus?
What
'Cause
brand?
I'm honestly like so upset.
I used to wear a wristband, which was like super lame. I didn't even like use it like purposefully, like to wipe sweat.
I never honestly
just part of the
understood the
swag.
wristbands. Like, is it to wipe the sweat off your face?
Yeah, I guess so. And then I had a shooter
I
sleeve
always
too,
was
like
like,
that
why
all
are
the way
they
down.
wearing the? Oh, that's cool
That
for
was a cool one.
tennis.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So a full sleeve and a band.
Yeah, it served no purpose, and like I was like 110 pounds and lanky, and I just showed up with the arm sleeve and a wristband.
After listening to
James
50
Yoon.
Cent coming out of the car.
Yeah, right, with James Yoon. Yeah,
Yeah, you were just fully swagged out. It's so funny because like those wristbands, I literally never understood what they were for, because I'm like, are people like, I'm not a big sweater, and like I'm fine being hot. Like a headband every now and again, fine. But like I never understood the wristband. Like I'm like, are people sweating so much on their hands and like that, or like on their forearms that they need
like
wristbands?
right
Like I
here,
did not,
right
I could
on the
not
wrist.
understand. I couldn't
Yeah.
understand. I never knew that you're supposed to wipe with it. Like, how? Like
I think
this?
I found that
For me, it
out.
was just swag purposes.
Yeah, I definitely found out like the actual utility of it after I retired them. After I was like, this is so lame. to
Right?
wear.
No one
But
knows
yeah.
what they are. No one knows how to use them, I think. Like, I think everyone just is like rocking these like towel
Yeah.
bands on their freaking wrists.
You should start a
Swag.
campaign. You should make a TikTok about like, this is what it's for.
Right, the wristbands.
Yeah.
Did you know? Basically.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be like, yeah,
And-
we knew, but no one knew.
There's got to be some like wordplay with like drip there, you know, like the swag and the
100%.
sweat. Pretty good, yeah.
Sweat and Swagger, I know, is a dance workout business that's like out on Long Island. And you do like hip hop dances and you work out. I only know
We
because
should go.
a girl that I used to go to college
Yeah.
with is like a dancer there. And so she always posts.
I was gonna say,
Swagged
Nate,
out.
we have weekend plans, man. We're going.
No, literally.
we're going to Swagger.
Literally. But talk about who
I think I'm gonna get the
doesn't,
runs that morning.
who's not going to have swagger is Jaylen Brown on the United States basketball team for the Olympics, because they didn't ask him.
Not only did they not ask him, Kawhi Leonard, who I don't even know why he was invited. This guy doesn't play even
I've never even heard of him.
in the NBA. Like he takes every game off possible. He refuses to play basketball, but he stepped down from being on the team, and so they had to find him a replacement, in which they selected Derek White, also a Boston Celtic, and just didn't even consider Jaylen Brown. And when asked about it, Grant Hill, who is responsible at USA Basketball for making these decisions, he said that it was basically like a positional thing. Like they needed someone at that position, but like Kawhi Leonard didn't even play doesn't even play the same position as Derek White, so it makes no sense. But the conspiracy theory, and less of a conspiracy theory and more of fact to me, I agree with my Boston Celtic here, is that Nike had a lot to do with it. Basically, Nike is USA Basketball's biggest sponsor. Everything that they wear is Nike. Basically, all the big top athletes, number one basketball players that ever played for USA Basketball have mainly been Nike athletes. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. So Jaylen Brown has had a big feud with Nike since like 2022.
Okay.
And stemming from like certain things that they've done. And so he's basically come out and said that he has no doubt that they're responsible for him not being on the team. Basically that they told USA Basketball not to include him. And that he's fine with it, but that's basically the fact.
Whoa.
What do you think about that?
I got some thoughts on it.
Here we go.
Give us your thoughts.
New York Knicks fan.
I know Jaylen Brown.
We'll get to that.
I mean, the number one option on the team is an Adidas guy too, like Anthony Edwards, and and Steph Curry, Under Armour, and also the fact that all those shooting guards are just like all the shooting guards and like small forwards on the team are just like if I have the ball, I'm gonna try to score. Derek White's like the best role player in the league right now. One of them. That's a good guy to have on the team. I don't know why they asked Kawhi Leonard, but Derek White's a good guy to have on the team. And now I think Jaylen Brown just dug himself like into too much of a hole where he would be like a locker room problem because he's already a locker room problem and he didn't even get invited to the team, you know?
Oh my god. So I'm not saying
Did you
that's
like that
all.
bit?
I'm not
That's
saying
pretty good.
No, that's the worst take ever because he's still being a great. Because the thing that the media is trying to do is break up this Celtics locker room. Even in this instance, like they ask Jason Tatum.
That's what I'm trying to do too. Yeah,
I know, and we see right through it in Boston. Okay, it has nothing to do with what's going on. They're such high level character guys that it doesn't impact the locker room. And if Jaylen Brown was there, he can manage and play with other superstars, unlike most of the other people on the team. Okay? He's won with Jason Tatum. They've been through the ringer together. And I'm not saying that all the athletes are Nike athletes. I'm saying that he's had a feud with Phil Knight and Nike. And ever since Nike dropped Kyrie Irving for the anti-Semitic stuff years ago, and then Jaylen Brown basically responded on Twitter saying, like, since when does Nike care about, like, ethical things? Like,
right.
He's had a feud with Phil Knight, okay? So that's what it is. There is no two ways about it.
I feel like there might be a two-way about it over here. He's saying that there's other people that aren't Nike.
Yes. But doesn't mean that they have a feud with Nike.
Just Nike. The way that you feed me information is very different than what I hear from the outside world.
What are you talking about?
But Nike is the one that does the Olympics?
Yes.
But they have other people. You're saying because there's a feud with Nike and that's why.
Yeah, like he would go there and he would wear Nike. He has no problem. He still wears Nike shoes.
Because you have to wear Nike.
He's right now he's a sneaker free agent, so he doesn't have a deal with any company.
He like blocks them out, right?
Yeah, he wears
like
Nikes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
Or gets it removed. Or gets it removed. Yeah.
God, that's like low-key crazy. I feel like at that point you can just get custom shoes.
Basically, that's what he does.
There's a chance, right, that Kevin Durant's going to be too injured to play, and they might have to, or he might not return in time, so they might have to replace him.
Oh my God, is that
so
going to be Jaylen
insane
Brown?
It's not going to be Jaylen Brown.
If it's not going to be Jaylen Brown.
No shot. And if I was him, I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't even go at that point in time. That's like when my basketball coach senior year. like, long story short, I got like suspended for a game.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
but then the
Womp
assistant
womp.
coach came.
Yeah.
The the assistant coach came to me like halfway through the second half. And it's like, hey, like we kind of need you. Like, are you ready to go? And I'm like, yeah, of course
Oh
I'm ready
my
to go.
God, here we go.
But then they said that, and then they never came to get me. So like with like 3 minutes left in the game, I just like untied my shoes and took my shoes off on the like
Wait, that's actually
on the
so
bench
mean.
and just like put the shoes behind like, and then so like with like a minute left, the coach came over to like put me in, and I was like, don't even have my shoes on, no thanks. That's exactly what I would do with Jalen if I was Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like, I already took my
Yeah.
headband off. Sorry.
no, and that doesn't mean I'm a bad locker room guy. That means I just got to look out for me sometimes. Don't fuck with me is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's playing
get
the
it.
strong arm in high school varsity over here. But
Yeah, I
what
like
do
it. I
you
like it.
so you suggest Jalen Brown does the same if he got asked?
Yeah, if Jalen Brown got asked, I wouldn't go if I was him.
I would. Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
For
I
the
would stay
Olympics?
here with I would stay here with this lady.
Okay, I would totally go to the Olympics.
Totally go.
What would you do, Titus? Yeah,
I would
you
totally
have to
do
go to
that.
the Olympics. Are asking you to go, you go.
If I was Jalen Brown, I would totally go. You know that picture from like the Dream Team with Michael Jordan because it was sponsored by Reebok, and he throws when they're doing like the gold medal like presentation, he throws the American flag over the Reebok symbol. Jalen Brown has a chance to like recreate the hardest picture ever. So that's the only
that
reason
is
I think I would go.
genius.
Yeah.
But I
So I
also
would be
think
there.
because of the Olympics, like it's bigger than you, and that's what you always need to think about. You're representing your country. You're not representing yourself.
Right, but the whole point is for the country to select the best athletes in that sport.
Right, to represent the country.
Represent the country, but they're failing at their jobs and not selecting the best players to go.
Right, but if they selected then the best players to go afterwards, and the best players should say yes and not be stubborn, because then that would be showing team mentality. Like he would go for the team.
Listen, if I signed a freaking $285 million contract, there's not there. You wouldn't
Yeah,
make
but
me do anything I want to do.
but that's money. You're thinking money over matter here, but a lot of these players aren't like that. They don't do it for the money.
Derek White got paid too.
Thank you. He did get
He made
paid.
a lot of
Right
money.
thing to do is go to the Olympics. Of course, the right thing to do is go to the Olympics. But
Right.
when they skip on you 3 times, no, thank you.
He can't
Yeah,
go
but
left.
then
Nate.
anybody could really be saying that too.
He learned how to go left. That was last year's problem.
I know it did. Yeah, I know.
But like he could be saying that to anybody. Like any of the, like Klay Thompson could be saying that too.
Klay Thompson's Klay.
Like, you know what
Klay
I'm saying?
Thompson's
Like-
freaking older than dirt.
But like Victor Wembanyama could be saying that.
He's playing for France.
Oh.
My question is, why the hell is Joel Embiid on the team?
Yeah, right.
He wasn't born here.
Did he just change teams? Can you just do that?
Yeah, he just trained.
I guess so.
I guess so.
I don't know.
He like the
He's
last one
matching up against,
represented like Cameroon.
Yeah, he's going to match up against Jokic soon, I think. Another Serbian.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like Djokovic. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's what I keep thinking. Jokic and Djokovic. That's what's the difference. That's why I'm like, who the hell is so similar?
Yeah.
And that's who it is. And that's who it is.
That's him. Yeah. Jalen Brown, always the bridesmaid.
Never the bride. Always in the US teams, never on the US team. Today, I have a great double D's threes. I don't know if you have a good double D's
I
threes.
do.
I'm sure, Titus, on the spot, you're going to come up with a great double D's threes.
Of course.
If not, I can procure a question for you
Yeah, easily.
if you would like. But if not, would you like to take the floor, Nathan?
Ladies first.
Oh, perfect. My double D's threes this week is the top 3 best dress at the ESPY Awards this past Thursday. Did you watch?
I didn't watch. I saw some of the highlights, but didn't watch in its entirety.
Did some of the highlights include LSU's Flo J. Johnson's new single coming out, her new rap?
It did
Fire. She spit fire.
not. Is it good?
Yeah, it's honestly amazing. She also like collabs with Lil Wayne. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the legend. But
Wheezy F.
it literally was like just straight bars. It was unbelievable. It was so freaking good. So good. But she was not included on my best dress list, but had to give a shout out to her, of course. But let's work it back from 3 to 1. And number 3, I'm going to give it to Lindsey Vonn. She looked incredible. Okay, she was in like this yellow Rick Owens gown. She had a long sleeve on one and then a complete like side slit, like full body side slit on her leg that she got knee surgery on. So it's kind of like, I'm showing the knee, I'm showing the leg, I'm showing it all. Like, I mean, she has a fabulous body to do this too. So unbelievable. She looks so good. Yellow is the color of the year, truly. Color of the summer for sure. So she nailed it with that. Unbelievable. She's definitely my number 3. Number 2.
Her sister Karen, friend of the program.
Yes, friend of the program. Hello, Karen. Number 2 is Serena Williams, who looked unbelievable in a custom Giorgio Armani Privé gown, black with like a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of shine. She always kills it. She's literally, upon like watching, what were we watching her
Hot
on?
Ones.
On Hot Ones. Oh my God, yes. Like,
We're really in the
is
tennis spirit this week.
literally unbelievable. Like, she's such a G. Like, whenever she does anything, I'm like, wait, she's like a boss. Like, it's so
Beast.
cool to watch her even speak. So, like, the fact that she just is like glows in every single piece of clothing that she wears, I'm like, okay, this is like #goals. But she looked unbelievable. She gets my number 2.
Great.
Number
She had
1 is
She had a great line at the ESPYs too, but I'll find it. It was something about winning the championship
about Michael
while
Jordan,
pregnant.
about LeBron James, about how he can play with his son on his team, but yet she won with her baby in her tummy. Yeah, like
Beast.
that. She was like, yeah, you can win with your child like on your team, but I won with my baby in my stomach. So
Dog.
#women.
Yeah.
She was playing doubles and no one knew, you know. And then number 1 is actually Jaylen Brown's lady, the WNBA player, former WNBA player turned model. Her name, we were pronouncing it Kyrie 2 weeks ago, or Kyrie or something like that. Her name is Kaiser. So the fact that we were even pronouncing it wrong is so us and so embarrassing. But it's KYSRE, so Kaiser, which that also seems like a Dutch way to spell something. Just throwing in some letters here and there
I was
and
also in special ed reading till
figure it out. Throw in a couple things here and there and then sound it out and then still be wrong. But her name is Kaiser. And she was wearing a black long sleeve lace number by Baldwin Sahidi. And she looked absolutely stunning. She completely ate with this look. It was literally like this lace long sleeve black gown, like showing it all. It was giving like lingerie on the red carpet, but like also like conservative enough that like you could wear it on a red carpet. It was beautiful. She looked stunning, and her and Jaylen Brown went together. So like they officially debuted as a couple, and he looked great too. Like he gets a shout out, like maybe as like a boy on the list, because like honestly the girlies, they really did a great job. They really did a great job. So that's my top 3.
No wonder why he doesn't want to go to Paris. Why go to Paris?
Exactly. Why would he go to the Olympics when his girlie looks like that and she's here? But she could go to Paris too, as like a guest of the Olympian.
Sure.
But
yeah, if he gets invited.
Yeah, if he gets invited, though.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
My double D's 3s are the 3 weirdest sports in the Olympics.
Go for it.
That's a good one.
Number 3, 3-on-3 basketball. Why are we playing 3-on-3 basketball? We already have a full court basketball. You know what I mean? So 3-on-3 basketball, unnecessary, don't need it, don't want it, keep it out of my face, leave it at home.
It is like a little rando.
Very much so, right? Jaylen Brown couldn't even make the 3-on-3 team?
Yikes.
What are we talking
Can't go
about?
left, Nate.
Excuse me, it's my time, not my time on the floor.
Oh
I'm so sorry.
Oh. Number 2, badminton.
Oh, I used to play that in gym class.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an Olympic sport.
I mean, listen, the way that some of these gym class heroes were in Wayne, New Jersey, they were making it seem like it was an Olympic sport, okay? Diving after those things.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
It is like a poor man's tennis, right? I mean, or like a weak man, really.
Yeah, it's not for me. I'll take like pickleball and ping pong over badminton, but it's kind of fun, like on the beach or something, I guess. The birdie.
Yeah.
That's what they
Badminton
call it?
over pickleball. The birdie is like literally the best. Like the little white thing with the in the back. Like it's literally like, it's sick.
Number 1, breakdancing.
Yep.
Who knew breakdancing was an Olympic sport? How is this going to be graded? How many judges are we going to have? Who gets to play the music? Do you have to censor your music? How, like, is it a team aspect?
So
is it a one-on-one aspect?
Yeah, like, is dancing an Olympic sport?
No. I mean, like, figure skating is the closest thing I can think of.
Well, like, gymnastics is the closest thing I can think of.
Yeah, but they're doing, like, acrobatic stuff. I guess breakdancing is acrobatic in some sense, but...
Yeah, but that seems a little crazy.
Yeah, I don't need it. Do you think, like, someone from the Jabberwockies is going to show up?
That'd be incredible. They're probably the people that qualify. What if Jaylen Brown shows up as a breakdancer
Can you imagine?
to the Olympics?
Go on. They actually they call it breaking, not breakdancing, which is also nuts.
Breaking. That's
That's
really what it is. That's absolutely insane.
Can't wait to tune into that.
Would you join breaking?
I would give it a whirl. I've never is this like one of the questions, like, have you ever dreamed of being a breaker? I think that's what
Have you ever dreamed of being a breaker? No, but
I haven't,
love
but
it.
I think I will now, being that I could win gold for my country.
Sure.
Breakdance.
100%.
Just for the opportunity of being part of the opening ceremonies and walking out with all the other American legends, you'd be stupid not to. Consider it, at least.
Have you ever broke dance before?
I
Break
haven't.
dance?
Have you guys? I'm sure I
You've
tried
never
it.
even- have you ever
I'm sure I
tried?
Oh, I
tried.
used to be able to
yeah, I've definitely tried.
Everyone's tried once or twice.
You never tried a head spin?
Yeah, get your little neck on the floor, your two hands, and your feet in the air. Come on,
Like
come
you
on.
try to
The
swing your
tripod.
legs around. Yeah, no, I definitely have tried.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Nate,
The
can you do
debut
that?
of
Go ahead, Rachel.
The head spin?
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
saying the debut of breaking is going to be, I think, breaking the internet. Like, no lie. I think it's going to be the best thing for the Olympics. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, the first breakers, like, this is crazy.
Revolutionary.
They're going to be spinning on their head like crazy. They really, because I think they're going to be busting out all the moves. Like, they're going to be trying to, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no one gets
Like, are
injured.
they-
Like, is there, like...
Are they like the people, like, do they recruit them from, like, the break dancers that are, like, in Times Square, you know? Like, those guys are sick.
100%.
What's an
Because
Olympic
some
level?
of those people deserve an Olympic medal. No
Yeah,
lie. No
100%,
lie.
yeah.
This is their chance. This is their chance.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Now, like the people in Times Square, it's going to be like tenfold with this. Like now that it's an Olympic sport, they're going to be like on the subways, like throwing their hats around, like for the Olympics. Like, get me to Paris. Train to Paris.
There's the
Ticket to
naked
Paris.
cowboy over there.
Yeah, literally.
And break the internet.
No, and they're going to break the internet with their breakdancing.
All right, my double D3.
All right, let's
Let's
do
do-
it.
Let's do my top 3 moments from The Bachelorette through week 2. It's been quite
are you
quite a show so
watching?
far. I am watching. I'm up to speed. We
Wow.
It's-
This is incredible.
have you guys
I need
watched
to
or
join
no?
in.
You
No,
guys
I
haven't
haven't.
Prithee.
No, I haven't watched it. I actually am very, very interested because I was thinking about dabbling into back into the Bachelorette seasons this season. I was entranced by Jen. Isn't her name Jen? Is it Jen? Some Tate?
Jen, I don't know her last name, but yeah, Jen.
I liked Jen, so I was like, "Oh, I'm curious, like to see." So, what are your thoughts? Give me your top 3 moments. This might entice me to watch the season. A lot's
See,
writing on this.
I like Jen, but I liked Maria more from The Bachelor.
100%.
I thought it would have just been better entertainment. But all right, to start it off, we'll go with there's this one guy, brutal entrance, like when they enter at the door and it's like their first introduction.
Oh, yes. Out of the limo.
He pulled up in like a Corvette, like a really flashy one, and then also made like a hinting at him not overcompensating by bringing his car, and it was weird. But later in the episode, some other guy like takes her on a date in the car and just takes his car.
No.
And it was weird.
That's sick.
But like the actual Corvette guy and
Alpha.
her were sitting in the car, and then the other guy came out and was like, "Okay, I think it's my time." And then the guy got out of his own car and went inside, and it was just like that. It's brutal.
The Bachelor producers, sometimes they really are just so bizarre. They're like, get in the car. You're going to take her for a ride in his car. You know what I mean? Like, what? You're like, wait, what's happening here?
Insane. It was weird. Number 2, Jen went skydiving with this guy named Marcus. First date.
Okay.
Good for Marcus. He was a former Army Ranger, used to parachute all the time. So it's just another day on the job for him. The part I liked, though, is how dramatic Jen was like, "I'm being really, really brave today." And it's like, it's like, okay. And it was just too much for me.
Yeah.
First woman ever to skydive, I heard.
With like 4 professional skydivers there too.
No, honestly, like the way that they act sometimes on The Bachelor and Bachelorette are a little insane. Like they're like, I was so vulnerable and so open with him in that conversation. And it's literally like the conversation is like, it's like one sentence. Like, you know what I mean? They show you literally like one thing that they said and they're like, he really got to me. I feel like he really knows me now. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's actually happening? So the fact that she was saying she was so brave. I mean, listen, I would never skydive like that. Like, I would never put myself in that situation. So, like, I understand like that. But, like, I could only imagine how cringeana it was for you watching it. You were like, here this army fucking guy is, like, coming in who used to parachute all the time. He's probably like, shut the fuck up. Like, I used to do this every day that ended in Y. You know what I mean? She's like, I am so brave. I am powerful.
Like if I went skydiving, I would be talking for the rest of the day about how like brave I was today. But like you could tell how many times she said it because it annoyed me. It was just like, okay, we get it, you were brave. But it was a pretty good one.
Number 3. Talk about your bravery as you're going on a date with the Army Ranger.
Yeah, exactly. All right, number 3. We'll make it quick, though. I can do it. Come on, Titus. There's this guy named Devin. He's pretty good. He like looks like Pete Davidson, and he's kind of a douche. Censor that. But he interrupted like a group date by taking her like somewhere for 2 minutes to get ice cream. And there was this guy named Aaron, and he didn't stop talking about that. That was the only thing he could talk about for like, did he get a rose?
Oh my God, stop.
He brought it up, I think, in like 6 or 7 interviews, just back to back to back to back. And everyone's like, dude, they got ice cream together. Like, give it up. So I don't know.
Right, like
I've been cringing the whole time. Like, but can't wait for next week.
You know what? I can't even lie. Like, I don't know if you're selling this at all. I think that you're convincing me not to watch it. You're like, she sucks. The guys suck. Like, production
No, but Rachel,
sucks.
they went skydiving. It was amazing. Yeah. They felt the
she
spark.
was brave. And I'm going to be brave and say that I'm not going to watch.
Yeah.
And that's me
Fair
being brave. But
nice. Yeah, I mean,
good luck on your journey with The Bachelorette this season. I hope that
Thank you.
I hope that Jen doesn't grind your gears too much.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite one of the guys already that you think is going to win?
Probably Devin, the guy, the Pete Davidson looking dude. He stirs the pot.
Hell
a
yeah,
little
who
bit,
stole her for
but,
some ice cream?
Nice.
Yeah.
Need that.
Yeah. Big players.
That's always fun.
Big
Awesome.
moves. Yeah.
Big time players make
Great.
big time plays. They said there was an
right.
article one time about this young receiver in Massachusetts, and it was actually big time players make big time plays and big time. I don't remember the guy's name, but
This is so ridiculous.
I don't know. I forget.
Good
Who it
quote.
was.
Yeah, we know that the article was about you.
Thank you.
We know that the article was about you. We all know. We got it.
Cornerback
We're
in
reading
Gillette.
under the whatever it is. Right.
People forget.
People forget.
People forget.
It's time!
It's time!
To get into our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
So sick puppy. We actually got 3 sick puppies. I couldn't narrow it down this week. Number 1, Donnie T, the Trumpster, Donald Trump. Don't care what your politics are. Don't care what you think of the guy before this. To get almost be assassinated,
Yeah, it's
get
actually
your ear clipped off, and react the way that he did. Legendary stuff. Sick puppy. Sick puppy. Next up, another U.S. billionaire, Jerry Jones. Okay, Jerry Jones, the owner of your team, is suing his daughter for $1.5 million. Long story short, Jerry Jones knocked up this woman, Alexandra Davis, back in 1998. She had a daughter, but when she was pregnant, she signed a non-disclosure agreement with Jerry Jones, basically saying that she would never say anything, tell anyone that she's having a child birthed by Jerry Jones, in exchange for having access to a trust fund and her daughter being set for life financially. However, when the daughter turned 23 in 2022, she had a court order to have Jerry Jones take a paternity test because she wanted to be positive that was her father. Jerry Jones has been fighting it since. He has not taken the paternity test, and instead of taking the paternity test, he has basically admitted that it is his child and sued her for his lawyer fees over the past 2 years. So Jerry Jones is an asshole. Sick puppy move, suing your daughter.
That is so crazy.
Crazy. Jerry Jones, man.
That is so sad.
What is wrong
Sick
with that
puppy.
guy? Yeah.
No, literally,
one
like,
sick
what is
dog.
wrong with him? Like, what a psycho.
Yeah, he has rabies. That's how sick he is.
You'd be like, why wouldn't you just take the test and move on? Like, yeah, like,
Right.
I'm your dad. Like, I'm your father. Like, clearly, like, let's go. You know what I mean?
He also has a famous quote where he says he loves glory holes.
Okay. Like,
He's
I'm
like, I love
so
myself
done
some
with that
glory
guy.
holes.
I'm done with that guy. Yeah.
I'm just, like, so confused over it. Like, I'm just like,
He's just a dog.
why wouldn't you just take the test and move on? Like, instead he's like suing the girl. Like, it's so, like, it's literally his daughter, but I guess he doesn't care because he probably has never talked to her ever.
Right.
So it's like a stranger to him.
Right.
He's like, yeah, you have my DNA, but like, that's it, bitch.
It's crazy.
Keep it moving.
How do you sleep at night?
That's
Next,
a sick
Jerry
puppy.
Rice.
All
Sick
the
puppy.
Jerrys, sick Jerrys this week.
It's true. Jerry Rice, so he played in the American Century Championship. That's the celebrity / athlete golf tournament that goes on in Lake Tahoe. And there was a reporter one of the days when he was getting off a tee box and that asked him, do you think Kansas City Chiefs have a good enough wide receiver core to win the Super Bowl this year? Jerry Rice responds in taking his hat off and taking his glove off and dropping his clubs and basically challenging the reporter to a fight because he said the reporter was being a troll because the Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. He used to play for the 49ers, so he said that the reporter was coming after him, so he literally challenged this reporter to a fight.
Like a duel?
And he's like, I'll fucking beat your ass. Like, what the fuck you say? Like, I'm gonna fucking go over there and beat your ass. And he had to be held back. Just because this guy asked if the Chiefs have good enough wide receivers to win a Super Bowl.
Thin skin
CTE.
on that guy, apparently. Yeah, like,
Seriously.
Yeah, literally.
dr-
Someone get this
so
guy a
dramatic.
scan.
yeah.
That's
So
so,
dramatic.
crazy.
Especially like at a fun golf tournament. Like, relax, guy.
Yeah, maybe he was
Yeah.
I mean, if you were losing in the golf tournament, I could see you flipping a switch if someone asked you a simple question.
Thanks.
So I could see it.
Interesting
Did he
cat.
did he
Yes.
like Never mind. Just quick note on Jerry. Did he like actually like throw the gloves down? Like he actually squared up with it?
Like, hey, like he like throw his glove down, like he was just like, let's go,
Yeah.
like let's go, like I'm gonna beat your ass. What the fuck you say? I'm gonna beat your ass.
Nuts. All right, interesting
So
cat.
dramatic.
No.
Let's do it.
And
Yeah.
we're talking about dramatic with Jen. Like, talk about dramatic. Like,
Seriously.
this is drama.
Yeah.
Drama.
Drama of sports.
It is truly the drama of sports.
Jerry should be part of the club. Interesting cat, Jalen Brunson. Your boy. He agreed to a 4-year, $156 million contract extension. However, the reason why he's interesting is that he could have made another $113 million more. However, he just didn't. He wanted to give the team more ability to sign other players around him, and he's about chasing a ring, not about chasing the money, which I understand. I appreciate that, but that's just not the wave in the NBA, and hasn't been the wave for a long, long time. So, it's interesting cat move.
How do you feel about that,
Yeah.
Titus?
I mean, it's like a super selfless move. But like how many chances like are you gonna get a bag like that? I don't know.
Right.
If there's a parade in New York though, hopefully it all paid off. But that's a ton of money, man. That's crazy. But yeah.
Setting aside 100, I mean, so he's still making 157, but setting aside another over $100 million just for being like a good team guy, that's team guy of the year.
Team guy of the year for sure. But that's like what you said,
Team guy
like
of the
Tom
year.
Brady did that, right? He didn't take as much money to like have a better team. Like he's just setting himself up for success for the future so he can be paid even more money. That's what I think.
Yeah,
True.
I
If you
mean,
win championships,
I feel like
you're-
I feel like the only players that I know that did that were like the players that already got that like huge first major contract, like Mahomes or Brady or LeBron does it now. But like this is the Jalen Brunson
LeBron
coming
took
off.
$3 less million. LeBron
Go.
took $3 less million.
Yeah,
LeBron's not even in that
Anyway.
conversation.
Oh no.
His son started getting paid like $10 million a year. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no sense.
Billionaire. Yeah, I don't know. Let's bring a
Why is 10
championship to
million
New
not
York.
a lot for a rookie? I say
Yeah.
bring the championship to New York. Like let's freaking go. Like Celtics had
Let's
it.
do it.
Time to share the wealth over here on
Don't
this
want to
side.
fight this argument again.
I know. I'm on both sides.
Middleman Dan over
Jalen
here.
Brown. Jalen Brown has no left, Nate. That's all I got.
Yeah, but he has a ring.
Yeah. True.
Oh yikes! Yeah, but he doesn't have a ring on his phone from the Olympics. Eh.
Ooh, hey. Let's go Knicks.
He probably
Yeah,
got the phone call, but was too busy boinking his lady.
yeah. I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure.
What, how do you pronounce his name? Kaiser? Kaiser?
Kaiser. We were saying
Damn.
Kyrie's.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's a blow. It's a blow to the ego.
Words are hard here. Things you may have missed. NCAA Football 25 was released. Did you play that? Are you interested in playing that?
I'm not going to play it. I wasn't a big college football or an NCAA football guy growing up. I remember I borrowed it. Like, remember how you could, like, you ever borrow a video game from, like, the public library growing up?
Or,
I did
or
that.
Blockbuster,
Or
dude?
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. Oh, they had it too. But, like, I remember borrowing it and, like, I didn't know any of the players and I was like, I'm out on this. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
you're like, I'm
Heard it's
done.
Well, that's the
good.
thing now. They use the
Yeah.
real players' names.
yeah, true. Have you played?
That's why I'm wearing my Michigan jersey.
Oh, is that
my-
why?
Yeah, that's
TB.
why I'm wearing my Michigan jersey. I started a career mode and I made a quarterback, and I selected to play at Michigan because he was the biggest offer that I had. It was literally Michigan, Arizona State, or Boston College, and I selected Michigan to follow
What's his
the
name?
real GOAT, Nathan Silveira.
No, you didn't. Your quarterback's name is Nathan Silveira.
Yeah,
Bubba, stop.
I'm right now. I'm a freshman starting quarterback at Michigan. All right, don't come at me.
Oh my God, this is not.
He's gonna
okay.
be the-
Wait, does everybody put their name?
No, usually people put like fake funny names.
Oh my God, you really put your name?
Yeah.
Most people put like a funny like
Yeah.
Jackman Jones or something.
Exactly. Or like Chris P. Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you really put your name? I kind of like that though. You know, living out your dream. Remember, I bring it back to the whole thing of, could you imagine yourself doing this? You know, is that clearly yeah, he can.
I can.
He sees it every day. Yeah. Yeah. I like that you went with Nathan and not Nate too. But yeah.
Yes.
Like
proper.
the full name.
I'm going to, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nathan's a Michigan man right now.
Perfect.
Cam Newton and Mac Jones laugh uncontrollably while talking about Bill Belichick and his young girlfriend at the ESPYs. Fuck these two, okay? These two clowns, both fucking losers. The two guys that follow Tom Brady and put us in a freaking the worst position that this franchise has ever been in. And they're here laughing at the greatest coach of all time. They can literally go fucking kick rocks. I hope they both like just. No, I'm not gonna say anything bad, but I hate them both. Mac Jones and Cam Newton.
So quick to change your tune once you see Mac Jones is off the Patriots. When I was telling you he was Whack Jones the whole time, he was such a weenie loser head, and literally all of a sudden now you see him laughing. You see him for his true colors, and that's me and my intuition.
I'm a loyal guy.
Yeah, you're loyal to a fault, blindly loyal, which is not always a good thing. Clearly.
Yeah, they're both weenie loser heads. That's all I got.
Thank you. That's right, and that's that on that.
Tyreek Hill gave birth to his 12th baby.
Oh, my God.
A woman gave birth to his 12th baby. Not his wife. Also his 5th kid this year alone.
He's
he also had 3 and 4 months. I think it was.
Like literally one every month he's trying to do. He's trying to get one a month.
One every other month.
The timeline is kind of crazy, though, considering he has a full-blown wife.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening there?
Good Fortnite player, though.
Crazy. He has time to play video games, too?
Yeah, he streams all the time.
So he's not seeing any of these kids.
No.
He's making his NCAA profile Tyreek Hill, too.
Probably.
Living out his college dream without any of the kids.
Moving on. USA Soccer fired their coach Greg Berhalter. Reportedly, they were interested in pursuing Jurgen Klopp. However, Jurgen apparently said no. So they're looking for a new coach. Titus?
I'll do it.
If you saw that job on LinkedIn, would you apply?
If it's like the LinkedIn Easy Apply, then yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'd be in that.
Hell yeah.
1000%. If it's easy apply, you freaking just shoot it away.
I hammered like 12 of those buttons today.
Yeah. Would have been cool if they got Klopp, but whatever.
I know. Would have made too much sense. Arizona Cardinals player Sean Murphy Bunting was in Nashville with Bobby Altoff. You know who that is?
Yeah, she's everywhere.
Bobby, is that, yeah. I thought that she like kind of like fell off the face of the earth. She was like that super controversial interviewer, like who did the Drake thing, and then all of a sudden she just like vanished. But I guess she vanished into this bar.
Yeah, she vanished into this bar and proceeded to black out, and he literally had to carry her like a child out of the bar. She was lifeless.
Weird.
Didn't she file for divorce?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's just like bizarre. She has children. Like, what are you doing? Like, blackout with an NFL player, like at a bar in Nashville.
Some people can't handle the fame like us.
Yeah, exactly. Some people can't handle it. They can't handle the truth.
It gets to them.
Our last episode, it gets to them. You just can't let that happen. Can't let it have to stay grounded. 10 toes down. Our last episode, we talked about Zach Wilson, former Jets quarterback, getting engaged. 1 week later, his ex-girlfriend, Abigail, got engaged to his college roommate. And now Washington Commander wide receiver Dax Milne. Don't know how to pronounce his last name. But Jesus Christ.
How would you feel if literally
if
that
I was
happened?
a
Like
quarterback,
your ex goes and
If I was Zach Wilson,
yeah, like would you be upset?
He's now engaged to his college. It's his college roommate, and he's on the Commanders. What team is Zach Wilson on now?
Yeah.
Jaguars?
Broncos.
I don't know, man.
He might start.
I think I would just, as long as they're happy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like when we first brought this up, like maybe a year ago, when they like were speculating, talking. Like, I'm like, if they get married, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, because when they you break up, it's like literally who you were sleeping next to in college. Like, that's like so fucking crazy. But like, if they get married, it's worth it. And I spoke it into existence, so it's worth it. Good for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's worth it, let me work it. I put that thing down, flip it, and reverse it. She really did put her thing down, flipped it, and she reversed it straight to the other bedroom, or straight to the roommate's room.
To the bunk bed, the other bunk bed.
To the bunk bed, yeah. She went up to the top bunk instead.
Yeah.
Which honestly, for the better, because Zach Wilson sucks.
He does suck. Another woman putting down, flipping it, and reversing it is Alicia Lehman. Her and her Brazilian soccer star boyfriend, Douglas Luiz, both signed with Juventus. So it's the first time you'll have a star man and woman soccer player signing with one club that are dating.
That's so cool.
What a lifestyle to live. Both
That's
signing
awesome.
with Juventus, just living in Italy, just dominating on the pitch.
Dream.
Dream.
Is that your dream? Is that where you would go? Juventus?
It's not my dream, but I can see. That'd be kind of, being in Italy would be cool.
Sick.
Again,
if you could play for anywhere but the Netherlands, where would you play?
Like a country?
Yeah.
It's got to be America. If not that, Brazil
other than
for
America,
Nate.
other than oh my God, so you'd be in Brazil. Got it, love it.
Or
your
Portugal
your
for
tan
Nate.
would be out of control.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'd be playing in Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, your tan would be literally out of control. It'd be amazing. You'd be glowing all the time. Yeah, you'd be
so
fly as
burned.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be burnt the whole time, burnt to a crease.
So burned. Yeah.
There's a video of Flavor Flav playing water polo since he's sponsoring the women's water polo team. It's hilarious. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Flavor Flav is just as legendary as you remember him to be.
Love the storyline.
No, like Flavor Flav being at the Olympics is like, I don't even feel like they're doing enough content for it. Like, they need to be upping their content game tenfold. Like, he is an actual icon, and like the fact that he is there and like he is just like repping it, just like totally like leaning in. Like, they need to be taking a video. Like, I need a vlog of his day to day there. Like, I would watch that every single day leading up to the Olympics. Where is it? Like, where I need it. I'll shoot it at this point. Flavor Flav, contact me. Have your people call my people.
We're on the same page.
Do you love Flavor Flav?
I used to watch Flavor of Love back in the day.
Hell yeah.
That's what
Shout out New York.
Yes.
Yeah. I Love New York was great.
Shout out.
That was a great one.
Yeah. Like, literally the best. Like,
Were the
I'm
two
like,
brothers, Chance and
oh
Buddha?
my God.
Chance and Buddha?
I don't know if they were brothers actually, but Buddha is definitely one of them. Taylor Made too.
Oh.
He was okay.
Oh my God, Taylor Made. Oh my God. Wait, why were the names so good too? Like, what were we watching? Like, meanwhile, we're 11 years old. Like, you know what I mean? We're like, hey, like watching these like Flavor Flav fall in love. Like, what's happening?
Like, I don't even know what words they're using when it's like censored. Like, I was like, I can't even fill in the blank. Yeah.
Exactly.
100%.
My imagination just can't take me there.
And that's why I feel like censoring like truly is like right now, like you're like, oh my God, why do they censor it? But like when you're little, you're like, I have no idea what they're saying. Like, I truly have no idea what that word possibly could be. That means you're too young to be watching it, but like
neither here nor there.
Exactly.
Just dying to know what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, where is the explicit version of Flavor Flav? But Flavor of Love. Like,
Ingrid Andress. You ever hear of her?
Have not. Don't think so.
she was the one that sung the national anthem so horribly recently.
Yesterday at the Home Run Derby. So bad so that she was not only torn apart on social media, but she said she came out with a statement today saying that she was drunk when she performed and she's checking herself into rehab. That's how bad her performance was.
Get better soon, Ingrid.
No, yeah,
Was it-
literally get well soon.
Yeah. Was it worse than Fergie's?
And
You
that's
remember
what
that
they
one?
said. They said, finally,
Yeah.
it's top Fergie's. It was so bad. Like, it wasn't even like, it was so off pitch. It was like almost trying to be bad, that bad. Like, it was unexplainably bad. It was like unexplainably bad. It was so horrific.
And then the last thing we may have missed is that Massachusetts is on the verge of overturning a 40-year ban on happy hours. So Massachusetts is going to get more fun.
Wait, what?
What?
Happy hours are banned in Massachusetts. And so they're passing a bill where they will no longer be
Wait,
banned.
what? You can't have happy hour? Why?
What
How
is this place?
losery is that? Wait, I've literally never even heard it. Like, happy hour is just like it's like a fun thing. Like, literally, it's just happy hour. Everyone's
Yeah.
happy during those hours. It's happy hour. How do you get rid of that? Like, how do you ban
It must
that?
have been like
I don't know,
it
they
must
banned
have
it
been
40 years
getting
ago.
it must have been getting like rowdy during happy hours.
Unhappy hour.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But
The
we're
rest of the
back.
country can't drink like Bostonians. We're back. I'm thinking we're back.
Back.
And the computer's going to die soon.
Right.
There, the thing just popped up. So I'll finish up with things to watch. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleader documentary on Netflix.
DCC, so
Watch
good.
that?
No, haven't checked it out yet. I will though. It's on the list.
It's unbelible.
I don't
You
think-
need
I don't
to
think I've
watch it.
seen
I
any
finished
of
it.
them.
It's
Yeah.
It's honestly insane. It's so good. It's like crazy. Like it's a must watch TV. Better than Jen and The Bachelor. I'll tell you that for free.
Okay.
Also on Netflix, The Receivers. Tremendous.
All about NFL receivers. So fun.
Sprint, a documentary on Olympic sprinters.
Yeah.
Haven't caught
I
that
wanna
one yet,
watch
but I
that,
want
too.
to.
Yeah.
Simone Biles also came out with a documentary on Netflix. Also looks tremendous. And then Hard Knocks, the Giants offseason.
That's a good one too. And then again, that Federer one on Amazon Prime. Last 12 days or something.
Yes.
Hell
coming out soon.
yes.
Let's go.
Should be cool.
Well, thank you so much, Titus. This was tremendous. So much fun.
We took up way too much of your time.
Way too much of your
Really,
time.
really
was a
appreciate it.
great
So
time.
thank you
Hey.
so much.
A dream come
You're
true.
welcome
you
back
know.
whenever you want, Tennis Titus. Truly.
I'll be back whenever you want. me.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. You know?
That's what they say.
So, Titus, thank you so much for joining us. It was such a great episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We hope that you enjoyed Tennis Titus just as much as we do. And thank you so much for explaining everything, for being the best co-host a gal like me could ask for. Let's end it only way we know how to, with a cheers.
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 Love you, big
Love
dog.
you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.